Let me ask you a quick question. How many of you have ever spent 30 minutes on TikTok just laughing, scrolling, and forgetting you have data limits? Mm-hmm. Now, imagine if just half of that scrolling time could actually make you money. Not from dancing, not from influencing, but from smart, simple strategies that anyone, yes, anyone can use. Today, I'll show you exactly how to turn your TikTok time into income, no matter your age, degree, or number of followers. So if you are ready, let's go. Welcome to Smart Money Summit 2025, and I'll be showing you 5 smart ways to make money on TikTok without becoming an influencer. My name is Laura Onigbode. I'm the founder and CEO of Style Centric by Laura Onigbode. I am an electrical and electronics engineer with over 20 years working experience. I'm also a fashion designer. I started my fashion business as a teenager on the university campus so many years ago. As a result of my desire to wear beautiful clothing, I taught myself to sew. And once I started wearing the clothes I was making, people asked me to make for them. And that was how my hobby gradually became a business. And today, my brand, Style Centric by Laura Onigbode, has been around for a while, and it has been fulfilling the mission of beautifying the world with beautiful clothing. I'm also a fashion business coach. As a result of my experience in the fashion business, I began to train people to give them an opportunity to run their businesses more efficiently so that they can create profit and live the life of their dreams. So I am the apostle of ready to wear fashion, the ready to wear boss. Last year, I had the opportunity and privilege to enter for the Rojib ECOWAS business plan competition. It was the first of its kind, and I was fortunate to be one of the winners. As a faith business coach, I love to use biblical principles when teaching people about how to run a profitable business. And today, I'm going to be sharing some of my knowledge with you concerning the TikTok social media platform. And I hope that we'll have a wonderful time together. So, what is TikTok? I'm sure if I ask you today, people will give me a lot of opinion. Can you just drop it in the comments? Tell me what TikTok is to you. How have you been experiencing this platform? Are you on TikTok? Drop your comments. Let me see how many people here have an active account on TikTok. And then I'll share my personal experience with you. I started using TikTok maybe like 2 years ago. I created the account, but I was not active on TikTok because each time I came on TikTok, the noise, I would rush out, and there was so much dancing, so much hype. I didn't quite understand it. But over time, I decided to start becoming more active. And I think that was late last year or early this year. I began to become more creative in putting content. I took out time to understand the platform. I spent more time engaging with other content creators. And it has been a very rewarding experience because TikTok is not just for dancing. That will be shocking to some of you. TikTok is actually a money making machine. It's one of the places where you go, you hear people talking about making money almost constantly. That has been my experience. And that is one of the things I have come to love about TikTok. TikTok motivates you to think about making money much more than any other platform. You can just be scrolling on the street of TikTok, you come across one video, two, three, and you be sure that somebody is telling you about some way that you can make money. So your business too can benefit from this. You can go viral, and you don't have to be an influencer to go viral. Yes, it's not only influencers that make money on TikTok. The Nigerian reality is this: over 30 million Nigerians use TikTok monthly, and People spend an average of 1 to 3 hours daily scrolling. A lot of people spend hours actually scrolling on TikTok. So if people are scrolling, why shouldn't they be scrolling to buy from you? That's the question. Are you just there for the cruise? Are you just there to catch the fun? Or are you there desiring to have a piece of the cake? I think if you are here today, you should have a desire to make money on TikTok. And if you are ready to start making money on TikTok, I want you to drop the comment, I want to make money on TikTok. Let me see how many people are ready to make money on TikTok. Yes, 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 yes. Let's keep the comments coming. I want to make money on TikTok. And let's keep going on this journey. Problems come as opportunities. And in the case of TikTok, I want to present to you the problem and the opportunity. And I hope you see my point of view and look at the opportunity, not just the problem. So, one of the major problems most businesses, small businesses, SMEs have is they don't understand TikTok. A lot of people come and they are like, I don't know what is going on here. I don't even know how to be a part of what is going on here. And for me, as a fashion business coach, when I interact with people on TikTok, I notice that a lot of fashion designers struggle with having the type of platform or account that can actually bring in some reasonable, interest. Yes, because before people patronize you, they need to have an interest in what you are doing. And how you present your platform is one of the ways that you can use to attract people to you. So a lot of fashion businesses and other businesses, small businesses, do not understand the TikTok platform. Remember I shared with you how along my journey, one of the things I decided to do was to take time and understand the platform. It was after I spent some valuable time studying, interacting, observing TikTok users that I began to understand how it was. Before then, I would just think it was just noisy. But it was noisy because of the kind of feed that I was getting. Later on, when I expressed my interest in specific areas, I began to get very educative feed too. And I can tell you for free that TikTok is one of the best platforms that you can learn from for free. It is, almost at par with YouTube in some areas these days. It's a great search engine tool where you can get information and you can learn a lot for free. People are so eager to share deep information for free. On TikTok, you find that less people are even selling like content that are, around their experiences. They are more ready to give you out for free. So if you are eager and hungry to learn, I highly recommend TikTok. So the opportunity is TikTok has many possibilities. There is the TikTok shop that you can use to sell for those who are in countries where it's available. You can also use ads to promote products so that you can get visibility. A lot of people are beginning to pick an interest in TikTok ads. Originally, it was only boosting that was available, and more recently, the TikTok Ads Manager has been made available to us in this part of the country. And there are content tools that anyone can use, also available on TikTok. Let me start by sharing the smart ways you can make money on TikTok. And the first one is to sell directly on TikTok. You can turn your product into instant sale. Yes, all you need to do is shoot, upload, and sell directly inside TikTok. It can be product pictures, it can be videos, it can be storytelling content, anything that, points people to your product, points the value of your product to people, and makes it attractive enough for people to look into what you are doing can be a great selling opportunity. And a lot of people are using this. I want to share a particular case study with you. There is a brand on TikTok that I came across recently. This brand deals exclusively on one product, and that is vintage shirts. The brand owner said she started her business little over a year ago, and she started with 12 pieces of shirts. And in just a little over a year, that brand has grown to a point where she exports to over 12 countries. And she said on a monthly basis, she sells over 300 shirts. And she has moved from the corner in her parents' living room where she started her business to renting a 3-bedroom apartment for her business. What's more, she started with just one industrial sewing machine. Today, she has 6 of them. And the sky is just looking so bright for this particular brand, selling her product directly on TikTok. She said she started with just one ring light, and today she has all sorts of equipment which she uses to market her product on TikTok. So this story can also be yours, selling directly on TikTok and making money. The second smart way is content creation for businesses. Remember, I said one of the problems that SMEs have is they don't understand TikTok. So if you can help them use it better, it can be an opportunity for you to make money. If you are good at content creation, can you consider the possibility of creating content for businesses? That is what I'm talking about here. Go and engage with businesses. If you've noticed that there's something you can do for them, send your proposal, and you might just come up with a deal that can churn your money. Imagine a possibility of having a number of businesses that you're catering for at any given time, maybe 2, 3, 4, or who knows, and you're creating content for them and getting your money. That is a smart way of making money so that you can turn products into instant sale. And you can also be the face behind brands, not the influencer in front. You might not be there in front of the camera, but you are working behind the scenes and helping brands to put their products out there and make sales and get paid. So it can work for about any kind of business, be it food business, be it boutique, salon, nail shop, just about any business. Consider it. This works, and a lot of people are cashing out on it. The third smart way of making money on TikTok is by selling digital products. Everybody has something that they have that they can convert to money. It can be your talent, the natural thing you were born with. It can be skills that you build over time. It can also be your experiences that you've gained from living life. That thing you take for granted may be the very thing that someone out there is looking for, and you can convert it into a digital product and cash out using it. So it can be anything, basically. Personally, I sell digital products, and I've discovered that TikTok is a very easy place to sell. It's such that you do less work than other platforms and you sell more organically. That has been my personal experience. If you have knowledge that you can share, experience, passion, you can consider packaging it into digital products and selling on TikTok. In fact, there was one incident I saw just, I think, yesterday. This person is a coach, and she developed a bundle and she publicized the bundle. And within a short time, when I calculated the number of sales she said she had made like over 500,000 naira in sales within 2 hours of launching that product on a pre-order. So selling digital products online on any platform is a good way of making money. And it's even much so on TikTok, because TikTok is a platform that people readily respond to you on. The fourth smart way of making money on TikTok is TikTok live streaming. And this is a whole lot. I want to talk about the two components of it now. There is streaming, doing live streaming and earning. How do you do this? If you stream and people come into your live stream, maybe you share valuable content and people can give you gifts, and these gifts can be converted to money. That is one way of using live stream to make money. The other way is you can actually sell on live streaming. And this is something I've seen over and over again on TikTok. I don't even think I've seen it on any other platform the way I've been seeing it on TikTok, where people come and they auction their products on a live stream. I've seen ready to wear brands, wig sellers, I've seen thrift sellers, and just about any brand, even skincare product sellers. They come on a live stream and they sell their products directly. People pick the products off them as they are selling, and then I guess they ship to them later after the live streaming. So this is something you can consider if you qualify for live streaming, which means you have up to 1,000 followers. Yes, you need to have 1,000 followers before you can qualify for live streaming. You can come on your live streaming and either share valuable content, get gifted, or you can sell your products directly on your live streaming and get paid. Talking about live streaming and getting gifted, there's a lot to it. We don't have enough time in this segment to talk extensively about it, but that is one area that you can explore, and it's open to us in this part of the world. Sometimes there are features that we don't have, but we have this feature. But I just want to say to you that if you want to consider doing live streaming on TikTok, then I want to put a disclaimer here, and that is, it's not a quick fix. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It is something that you need to invest time in. Most people that make money from live streaming spend hours on live streaming, and you need to learn more about it. There is actually a TikTok Academy. You can go to the TikTok Academy and learn from them directly. Or you can join Grow Hosts and learn from them. There are people who are actively coming on live streaming every day and they are teaching how to live stream. You can consider that too. But I also want to caution that there's also a lot of gray areas, and maybe, can I call it scheming or scamming or deceit that goes with live streaming. So be careful that you don't become a victim. Some people might promote you giving of gifts in order to get benefits. But I want to say to you that almost every knowledge that you need, you can get for free if you are patient. There's a TikTok Academy, and there's also the people that teach for free. So maybe you look out for those kind of opportunities much more than going to maybe pay and getting scammed somewhere. So live streaming is a great opportunity for making money. The fifth way, which I want to show you today, of making smart money on TikTok is through UGC, which stands for User Generated Content for Brand. Yes, this is a unique thing that you can use to make money. How does this work? Many local and international brands want authentic African creators to make videos of their products. It's as simple as that. You find a product that you love, you can do a video review of that product, and who knows, the brand owner or the brand might see you making that video and decide to have you come on board to make videos for them and get paid. Some other people, pitch directly to brands. They come, they make a video and say, look, I want to work with so brand, I'm this and that. And then the brands carry those pitches seriously enough and engage them. And some, send maybe emails and all of that. But the UGC basically is you use their product, you love it, and you come and talk about it. And that can earn you an opportunity to work with those brands and get paid. So consider that. And when that happens, what you post will now be used to sell the product for the brand. And for you, what you are going away with is money. And this money can even be in foreign currency, especially if you get international brands to pick an interest in your content. So UGC is a great way of making smart money on TikTok. I just want to throw in these extra ways. I'm not going to elaborate on them because maybe you'll still hear about them from other segments. But let me just tell you 4 additional ways you can make money through affiliate marketing. You can learn TikTok ads management. TikTok ads management is a big deal right now, and then use that to make money by creating ad campaigns for brands. You can also create TikTok videos editing service as a business that people will come to you for editing. And then you can become a TikTok consultant or trainer. There are a lot of people who are training on the platform. They are teaching various aspects of TikTok. In fact, I have not seen a platform that so many people are teaching about as much as they are teaching about TikTok. If you scroll through the streets of TikTok, you will see almost every other few video you come across somebody teaching you something about TikTok or the other. And the thing with TikTok is there's so much information to be learned. It is actually a very rich platform. There's so much always going on. If you don't continue to engage on TikTok, you feel left out, you feel, left behind very fast, because almost every other day there are new trends coming up, new information coming up, and if you want the algorithm to favor your post, you need to be up and doing. I hope you've gotten value so far from my presentation. TikTok is a gold mine, and I want to encourage you to consider using TikTok to make money. TikTok has so much to offer just about anybody. A lot of people will say it's a platform that Gen Zs use, but I want to say that it's not just Gen Zs. Any of the generations can find value using TikTok. I've seen very old people who are using TikTok very well and making an income from it. It can be also your story. All you need to do, I'll just go over a few points. You must make up your mind that this is something worth doing. They say what is worth doing is worth doing well. Make up your mind, assign time to it. Give time, devote time to learning about TikTok. Because if you don't understand TikTok, it will be hard for you to profit from it. Learn about TikTok. The next thing is be consistent. The algorithm favors consistency. Make sure you are there doing your thing consistently, not on and off, and then create content in line with whatever area you want to focus on. I am a fashion designer and a fashion business coach. I create content to teach, to train, to inspire. I create content around my business, my products too. So you can create content around your area of interest. That will get you noticed. And when you are noticed, other things can come out of it. And finally, consistency is something you cannot do without. If you want to really make an impact on this platform TikTok, you will need to be consistent. So, ordinary people are turning their skills and phones into business. Yes, and the good thing about these platforms is it doesn't need you to be very touche, if I may use that word. You don't need to be very, very high class. You will see very ordinary people with, making impact on TikTok. Sometimes you look at some content and like, why is this content of interest? But the reality is there is an audience for that content. All you need to do is identify your niche, the area that you can be very good at. Because once you are good at what you do, you will attract attention. So I hope that at the end of this summit, you would have come up with a number of ways that you can do better for yourself going forward. And from this session, I hope that I have inspired you where TikTok is concerned. The truth is, TikTok is no longer just an entertainment app. It is a marketplace of creativity. The people who are cashing out are not always the ones with the most followers. They are the ones who understand how to use it smartly. So whether you're selling wigs in Wuse, making snacks in Surulere, or offering services online, TikTok can open doors for you if you approach it with strategy, not fear. So here's my challenge for you today. Before this week ends, create one short video that sells your skill or show your value. Don't wait to go viral, just start. Because the next person to make money on TikTok could be you. Yes, you. So don't wait. Your smart money move is one video away. And you can connect with me on these platforms, TikTok and on YouTube as the Reddit Web Boss, on Instagram and Facebook as Laura Onigbode. And if you have stayed up to this point, like I said, I have a freebie for you, and I would love to share my book on how to discover purpose. Because when it comes to doing well in life and also online, one of the things that will really help you is if you find your purpose, if you find your voice, if you know what you are doing, then you'll not be like the wind tossed back and forth. These people are going this way, you follow them a while, you turn around, you follow other people a while, you turn around, and then it is all a confusion journey. But when you are clear about what you need to be doing, you can focus and then you can make more impact over a short while. And I highly recommend that purpose discovery. So I have a small token. It's going to help you to think through and come up with what you can use your life for. Your life on social media doesn't necessarily have to be different from your life's purpose. You can use social media also to actualize your life's purpose. And that is my prayer for you. So that at the end of the day, you have a holistic offer for your generation. You have something remarkable to give to your generation. And at the end of the day, that could be your legacy at the end of your life's journey. So I just want to thank everyone who has listened to my presentation, and I look forward to connecting with you and hearing more about how you are doing on your journey on TikTok and in business generally. Thank you.